Hey guys, John Conley here from unclejonssoap.com. Today I want to talk about soaping temperatures. So when you're making bath soap, which is what we're making here today, I see a lot of people that make soap in different soaping groups who talk about making sure the temperatures are even between the lye and the oil, and getting it around 110 degrees and everything like that. I gotta be honest, I go by feel. I don't really worry about temperatures too much. My biggest thing is with the lye, we just mixed this a couple minutes ago, and it's plenty hot, but it's going clear. So as long as there's no crystals floating around in there, for me, I'm good to go. The only exceptions that I will say is certain fragrances tend to go off a little, make the soap go off a little faster. So you got to work really fast with it. Other than that, it doesn't bother me a bit. I've just never had that big a problem with it. So right now we're getting ready to make, and everything we make is small batch. I like it. One mold at a time. It's roughly about a 5-pound mold. One mold at a time. Mix it, pour it, done. Then move on to the next one. It's just the way I like to do things. If we were making tons and tons of soap, it'd be different. But for right now, that works for us. So we're going to go ahead and mix this up. This is a batch of peppermint and eucalyptus. Like I said, roughly 5 pounds when it's done. The oils right now are at 102.8 using the little digital thermometer. The lye water, actually, hold on. There's the oils. Is that focusing on there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's the lye water. 148 point something. So, and you're going to see that I'm just going to mix it up. So here's our mold. Like I said, about 5 pounds. Our soap, our oils. It's not soap yet. Lye water, mixer. So, here we go. And I'm not going to be able to monetize this video, which is good for you guys. Not that I make anything off of them anyway. But with the music playing in the background, I'm sure I'm going to get in trouble for that. Because YouTube seems to pick all of that up no matter how soft or loud it is. Alright, so I just start getting the oil moving just to make sure everything's incorporated, the fragrance is incorporated. Again, probably not a big deal. Again, this probably dropped to maybe 147 while I was talking. And I don't pour super slow. Just kind of get it in the bowl. Meg, you want to focus on this right here? Freaking flies. You can see it's still pretty liquid. Now these two are essential oils, the peppermint and eucalyptus, so they're not as bad. Some of the flowery fragrance oils and things like that, or things with vanilla in it, that's a whole different story, but even then I'm not too worried about. I might pour a little slower just to temper the oils a little bit, or heat the oil a little more. And when I heat my oils, I heat the solid oils until they're all liquid, put the bowl on the scale, and then top it off with olive oil and things like that for liquid oils. Alright, you can see it's starting to get to a little bit of a trace. And again, I don't sweat that too much either, because I've had some that look like they're tracing and they're really not, or they look like they're going to stay totally liquid, but I know if I wait too long that they won't be pourable. So I kind of have a feel for how the batter feels when I run the wand through it. So that's it for me. Put the wand in some water so that it's easier to clean in a minute. And then just like that. Oops, almost fell over my own stool. That would have made a good video. Pardon the messy shop. Some of it's organizational stuff, some of it's just the fact that we work here all the time and things are always moving and changing. And It's a very small space. This entire shop. It's a retail space, a workspace, storage, you name it. That's it, guys. So don't get too hung up on the small stuff. You know, some of the minutia just clouds the overall experience. If you're just starting out soaping, don't get all caught up in that. You know, if you mix your lye in a pitcher similar to this, where you can feel it, if it's too hot for you to put your hand on, wait a few minutes. You know, like I said, make sure it goes clear first, then just touch the bottom. If it's hot but you can keep your hand there and like hold it, I wouldn't recommend balancing your lye water on your hand like this, and you don't have to pull your hand away, you should be fine. Again, the oils, you'll know, you know, when the solid oils are melted, it's ready to add your liquid oils, and then just go ahead and mix them up. You may have to experiment a little bit with some of your flowery fragrance oils, like I said. Definitely anything with vanilla in it. That's it. Don't overcomplicate it, guys. Have fun with it. I think sometimes people get so caught up in all the little tiny details that they lose the fun of the experience, and they tend to not be able to get things done soap-wise. You know, worry more about, you know, are you going for frilly soaps? We don't really go for frilly soaps. We go for utilitarian. We do add some color to some of them. We do swirl some of them a little bit. And honestly, we just started doing that again. We really weren't even worried about that before. So we want a good scent, a good cleaning soap, a soap that's not going to dry out. We want people to use it. We don't want them to set it on the counter and, you know, let it sit for 8 months and then throw it away. You want that by the little seashells, you know, that stuff, like your grandmother used to have sitting on the back of the toilet. All right, guys, have fun. Let me know if you have any questions down below. If you like the video and you got something out of it, subscribe if you wouldn't mind. And so you don't miss any future videos, click the little bell icon down in the left corner. That'll kind of tell you when I upload new videos. And trust me, you're not going to get a ton of notifications because I'm really bad about staying on the schedule with videos, so they're kind of random. All right, guys, thank you so much. Shoot me an email if you need to ask any questions, or in the comments down below. All right, have a great weekend.